Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade, and I am here today to do a mobile crafts collab with Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming and Susan Hiles from Susan Hiles Art. And it's all about mobile crafts, things that you take with you when you go sit in front of the TV, when you go on vacation, when you know, whatever. So for me, most of that is things that I take outside or in front of the TV. And one of the things I did a couple weeks ago was take apart a whole stack of books. And these are the images out of those books that I decided to save. Obviously, I didn't save every single image, but I got some really cool flower pictures. And see, some of these I might go back and fussy cut later. You know, like I might cut off part of that stem and fussy cut around it. But I wasn't sure because this one was cut off. So, you know, and, you know, I've got these pictures of birds. This one I did fussy cut. And I also wanted to point out on this one something that I played with, and you know, it was kind of tricky, but I think it turned out really nice. And I tore along the edges of the branch, and those I'm going to go back and ink with brown or something, browns and greens. And then I used scissors and cut a very precise line around the bird. So just an idea, you know, of how to use an image. I'm not sure I'll end up using all of this. That's why I haven't bothered to ink it yet, because it depends on, you know, how I end up using it on a page. And then, let's see, so there's those. And then a very cool flower there. A big old butterfly. I also wanted to point these guys out. You know, I have a shoestring budget to create on, essentially. So I really like repurposing these old books and just cutting out just the teeniest, tiniest images. And it gives you, you know, it's like buying one of those die cut packs from Tim Holtz or something. Which actually I've never purchased one, but I have looked at them at the store. I like to create art from upcycled things, you know, things that, you know, I like to reuse them in a way that not necessarily you would think of. And so these little portraits all came off of one page of a children's storybook. This vase did as well. And this is actually not the whole vase. There was a whole nother section down here, but it had something over it. And so I just cut it there, but I think that it looks great. I don't think anybody would necessarily know that something was missing. And then I have a couple little words here. This chandelier, and as you can see, some stuff I rough fussy cut out is how I call it, what I call it, with the tearing. And then others, you know, I cut out very precisely, you know, such as like this window. And, you know, feel free to mix it up based on, you know, the different images that you get and whatnot. So, let's see, these are out of another book, and these I decided to go with, these are dual-sided, and I decided to go with the image that was larger, you know, so that way, because see, then if I decide I want to use this one, I can always cut it shorter or do whatever I want, you know, but I haven't lost this image. Nope, sweetie, not right now, baby. Sweetie. Okay, just going across, thank you. Okay, so a little tiny hare, not a bunny, a hare. There's a difference. You know, I grew up in California, and I had bunnies when I was a kid, and so, you know, I was thinking, you know, a bunny's a bunny, but no, we have jackrabbits here in Oklahoma, the big old ones, and yeah, it's quite something to see them run across the yard or the street or something. But something I wanted to point out was these black and white images. I got these out of a book of history, Oklahoma history. And, you know, I see a lot of artists using actual black and white photos in their art, which is awesome. I love that those black and white photos of mystery people are being used. I just don't happen to have any at this point. You know, one of these days I'll get my husband to start taking me to some of these estate sales, and I'll be able to get some. But Until then, what I decided to do was take this book apart because it had these black and white illustrations in it, or photos actually, and that I could then just cut out and treat like those black and white photos that you're always seeing other artists use. And I could play with them and do some of that stuff that I've seen done, you know, without ruining, you know, my personal family heirlooms, you know, while I'm playing and figuring out what I want to do. Not that I won't end up using those, just that, you know, when I'm, just want to see if this will work, you know, those type of things. These illustrations are great. This book cost me 10 cents at a book sale. 10 cents. And I have all of these black and white images that I can then play with in any way that I want. So that is a dime well spent, I think. Because some of them will turn into things that I actually use. Not all of them will be flops, you know, but the little bit that might flop out, not a big deal. So, let's see. I do not want to cut this guy. You know, that is just too awesome, that cost image. And let's see, it doesn't have his name, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off this information. You know, if his name was there, I would probably go ahead and leave those words. But since his personal name is not there, it's just Indian Dancer, Indian City, and a Darko. You know, that's not very, you know, much information. So, what I might do is come back and fussy cut him and use him as a paper doll on something. But because I'm not sure, I'm going to go ahead and leave it full for now. You know, this one as well. Yeah, this one's dual-sided. Okay, yeah, see, this one has his name on it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave those intact. That has his name. That's a statue of Will Rogers. So, until I actually decide for sure how I'm going to consume those, I want to leave them full pages. So, but yeah, that was my main point that I wanted to make today. Was not just mobile crafts. You know, you have stuff you can do, you know, mobile craft wise, but also, you know, look for those books that have something akin to what you've been wanting to play with. If it's something that you're having a hard time getting a hold of, you can't afford, whatever, look for something, you know, that's similar, that will give you a similar play experience for practice, if nothing else. And go for those books and watch those secondhand stores. The Salvation Army in Muskogee, they don't have a great book selection if you're looking for, you know, like antique books or anything like that, but they have a great kids book selection. And I found some old readers and stuff from like the 50s and kids books and whatnot, kids textbooks, and those can be great fun. They have lots of really cool illustrations in them, but their books sell for 10 cents a piece. So just for the book board, it's worth it, even if you use nothing on the inside. So I'm not sure what year this is even, but I don't know. It looks like 50s to me. That dress just says 50s to me. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I see. But anyways, so thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry that I'm a day late. My puppies were just really, really fussy yesterday, so even though I did record one, you didn't want to listen to it. It would, you know, as I was trying to edit it, it just kept setting the dogs off. They just kept barking. For those of you who don't know, I have 5.5 dogs. What I mean by that is that my daughter's dog lives here as well, but when she moves out, he moves out, and so I only have partial custody. I only have, you know, partial say in his world. But I myself have 5 dogs, 3 older dogs, 2 younger dogs. The pups are 10 months old. 10 and a half months old or so at this point, October of 22. And they, and then I have 3 older dogs who are, let's see, just 22, so they're about 7. I didn't intend to get them all the same age, it just kind of happened. They're all 3 rescues. Actually, all my dogs are, except for, well, yeah, my dogs are. My daughter's dog is not, but my dogs are. They all literally just showed up on my porch. All 5. in one way or another. They just kind of showed up. That's how I got them. And so, but yeah, they're all, my older girls are all about 7. And one's already showing some pretty significant signs of aging and not tolerating the puppies great. And so we have to do a lot of buffering and management as opposed to training. And but I wouldn't trade any of them for the world. So, but they do make filming interesting some days. But yeah, when I was editing yesterday's video, they just all kept fussing and in the video, and then when I was editing it, it caused them to start barking. So I figured if the dogs who made the noises couldn't handle it, it probably wasn't a great thing to post. So, anyways, enough of my rambling. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. I'm coming up on my 100 subscriber mark, and I'll be doing a giveaway for that. I haven't exactly decided what or how or any of that, but it will be fun. It will be free to you. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to go check out all of the other amazing videos on this playlist for the mobile crafts, and check out Susan and Sherry's channels for next Friday for the new collab if you're interested in doing one. They announce it at the beginning of each month. The first Friday of each month they announce the collab, and then however many Fridays there are in that month, they give assignments, and they're more like suggestions. They're just trying to inspire people to make more videos and help you out. And so there we go. But yeah, so don't forget to check everybody's video out. And I'm rambling and repeating myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it off now after I make this cut. Thank you so much.